South Jamaica, baby, they made me to be the greatest. Serving the deed of my creators, fresh off of my high haters. It's the king again, Magdalene, Chauffeur, bragging and boasting.
Yo, what up, y'all? It's your boy Dollars. It's another day, another dollar video. Welcome back to the channel. This is episode 5, season 2 of House of the Dragon. Last episode was an excellent episode. I want to give a shout out to the actress that plays Rhaenys. I think she killed her role. I think we should have a moment of silence for Rhaenys, bro. Yeah, man, because she went out like a true soldier. I wasn't expecting her to go out like that. I wasn't even expecting that episode to be that good as it was. Because if you paid attention in the beginning, I was like saying they always show the aftermath of battles, but they haven't really shown us a battle yet in the season. And they gave us what we wanted. And they gave me what I wanted. And yeah, the action with the dragons, bro, I think that's like some of the best dragon action that I ever seen in anything. Like, I don't really know too many different franchises that have dragons fighting each other, but I thought that was fire. The way they did it, it was just something poetic about how they were fighting each other in the sky. And it was kind of sad, bro. I kind of feel bad for the dragons. I think those are the only ones that I feel bad for in this show is the dragons, bro. Because I love all the dragons. They so cool, and like to see them being used for what they're used for, kind of disheartening. Yeah, but anyway, let's hop right into this episode. I don't want to take too long with this intro. Poor Corlys, man. I know he's gonna be heartbroken and on a vengeance. Lost his son, daughter, and wife, and brother. Rhaenyra's hurt. Even though like she had like a iffy relationship with her, what was that, her cousin or aunt? You could tell she respected her though. People barely getting food because of the war.
Behold! The traitor dragon Meleys!
They parading Meleys?
By your king! To Aegon!
They're gonna give Aegon the victory, bro? Wow, that's like the head, bro. That's crazy.
It's a black omen.
Well, they ain't got no Instagram or Twitter, man. So only way you're gonna know something happened is through word of mouth and seeing it with your own 2 eyes.
Don't they realize we won the battle?
Strange victory. If it was one.
Wow. You don't even consider that a victory because Aegon. Don't tell me that's Aegon's body, bro.
I thought the dragons was gods.
Slain at Brook's Rest by your king!
It's just me.
I was thinking too, would they eat that shit? Dragon meat? Yeah, them bodies is still hanging, man. That's crazy. Aegon's gotta be in that box, bro. But you would think they would put him in something more royal. That looks like a coffin, bro. He might be dead. They got their heads down, bro. It's not looking good. And she don't give a damn. He was an asshole of a husband and an even bigger asshole as a brother. So my question for the book readers, did he die like this in the book or this is something for the show? Oh, he's still alive, bro. He's just really,
Is he
really
alive?
fucked up.
His grace remains with us for the moment.
He's gonna be like his dad, bro, but even worse. Oh. That fucking armor was stuck to his skin. Oh, shit. That looks extremely painful, bro.
Is my son going to die?
I'm afraid I cannot say. Now, if you'll excuse me, Your Grace, these next hours are most critical.
Of course.
Yeah, let them cook, bro. Damn! Aemond doesn't feel no remorse for his brother. Or does he?
Someone will have to rule in his stead.
That's all he's thinking about right now. She gonna blame him?
What happened?
We took the castle at the cost of some 900 men.
So I've heard.
I left a meager garrison behind to protect it, and the king's dragon, Sunfire, was long in the dying.
The king. Sir Criston, what befell him?
His grace fought valiantly.
That's the narrative they spinning.
And Aemond?
He's not gonna tell her what Aemond did.
What was his part in this?
I could not say.
There's a lot of witnesses that saw what happened though, right? Like, you could easily find out the truth.
Criston Cole marches about the Crown Lands unchallenged. Duskendale and Rook's Rest are gone.
Little setback.
But the one we hope that Daemon will raise, he who has left us after some marital spat.
Do you take issue with me, Sir Alfred?
My loyalty to you is proven, my queen.
Your loyalty, perhaps. But your willingness to give me deference in a time of war.
I could never doubt your capability or your quickness of mind. It is merely that the gentler sex, heretofore, has not been much privy to the strategies of battle.
Trying to say because she's a female, she don't know shit about war?
There has been peace in our lifetime. You've seen no more battles than I have.
Ooh, nice comeback. That's a fact. Sir Aemond ain't gonna last too long, bro. He's always bitching every episode. He might be a traitor too. I don't trust him. Now it all falls on Daemon.
If Cole pursues his campaign, our allies must be
We
ready.
must answer Rook's Rest and Duskendale.
They are lost already, but Vhagar is depleted after such a hard-fought battle.
If Aegon is dead, we will soon know it.
'Twould be a victory in name only. They will soon prop up another in its
The
stead.
time is ripe. If we can strike King's Landing before their dragon is recovered...
Then I myself must do it.
My queen, you are the crown. It is out of the question.
What would you have me do?
Send your son. He gotta get ready. Or Baela.
Where are you going?
To Harrenhal. To treat with the Daemon.
See what's taking so long.
Must affirm his loyalty to my mother and report his standing.
And you think you will tame him, when the Queen herself could not?
My mother gladly sends you away. To scout, to fight. Whilst I'm here being forced to play the coddled princeling, it's humiliating,
She
Baela.
only protects you. You are the succession.
Then I must be seen to act for her claim and mine.
I respect where he's coming from, but he still needs to chill out a little bit. He might make a mistake. He's still wet behind the ears.
The phrase. They control the crossing at the Twins. Cregan Stark's greybeards are marching south. If his men had a direct route into the Riverland, we would not have to wait for Daemon to act.
Oh. I don't trust the phrase though, bro.
Not until I'm away.
Damn, bro. I hope they don't backdoor him. I do not trust the phrase at all. Oh.
Our terms are simple, Lord Bracken. Renounce the false King Aegon as a usurper. And bend the knee to me. Or your house burns.
I would sooner be the Lord of Bones and Cinders than bend my knee before some heathen Blackwood cunt and his hired dragon.
The Brackens were a people hatched out of the deepest of the seven hells, your grace. It would be a kindness to oblige them and send them back whence they came.
Did your brother's head keep on its way back to you, Willem?
Oh.
I heard the maggots got to it.
That is quite the impression, Lord Bracken.
Disrespectful.
But alas, not an answer.
They're not intimidated by dragons, man. That's wild.
We choose fire.
That's horrifying.
I did not think they would be so eager to die.
They made their choice. You should have indulged them.
I need them alive. I came here to raise swords, not corpses.
But now you see what my house has known for generations. They are pig-headed, intransigent.
They would rather burn than succumb.
That's honorable. Could find some use for them.
Exactly the kind of men I need.
You see?
It may yet be possible, I think, for both of us to achieve our ends.
We have fought them for an age and more.
Then perhaps you could try less fighting and more...
Indulging?
persuading.
They are unyielding in battle, but every man has a weakness.
Just gotta find it.
You take my meaning, then.
I wonder what they're gonna want.
Things the crown itself must not be seen to do. Show them your worst.
I am your servant, your grace.
They're gonna kidnap their women or something? So Daemon's out here trying to raise armies for himself, bro.
You promised the Queen Rhaenyra 15,000 swords.
In return for protection. A dragon.
Then she has exceeded your terms. She sent 2.
2
Both
eggs.
still wet from the egg.
It's better than nothing.
I'm hunting hounds that are more fearsome.
They are dragons nonetheless. I do not recall you specifying the size of the beast in your request.
Will you goad me, child, when your bread and shelter now depend on my pleasure?
The dragons will grow. In time.
I don't have time.
Better make time.
This will be your chamber. I'll expect you at supper this evening. My sympathies for the death of your grandmother.
I don't know if I felt that was genuine.
Oh, they would make me queen, but they wish to keep me here, confined.
They betray their own smallness.
In truth, I cannot fault them. I am now the sovereign. I cannot do as I please. And war has ever been for men to make.
You are your father's chosen successor.
They did not prepare me to fight. If I had been a son, a sword thrust into my hand the moment I could walk. Instead, I was given my father's cup.
She was a cupbearer.
Every lord and castle between Storm's End and the Twins, but not the difference between hilt and foible.
You gotta use that to your advantage, though.
And Daemon as well.
Shall your evening meal be served here, your grace?
Not now.
Will you send to him?
For too long I have looked to him for strength. If I must
Daemon?
be supplicant to my own husband, what does that make me? I do not know my part, Massaria. The path I walk has never been trod.
Criston Cole made a mistake.
What was that?
Parading a dragon's head through the streets like a prize of war. But the people see an ill omen.
Yes, as do I.
They are afraid. Bread is scarce. The king has fallen. They whisper to each other that when Viserys lived, there was peace.
They're gonna go for Rhaenyra then.
Tear down stone, or break shields.
Do not underestimate your subjects. They are 1,000 living in the shadow of the Red Keep and forgotten for too long.
More than an army.
Me.
To the discontented, rumors are feed.
Yeah, that's smart.
What you cannot do, let others do for you. There is more than one way to fight a war.
Ooh, she's right. She's gonna be Rhaenyra's secret weapon, bruh.
The thought of her lying in a field, broken amongst her enemies.
They can't even bury her. That's messed up.
Did your grandmother ever tell you of the night she claimed Melees?
She snuck into the dragon pit.
She knew that place better than any elder. They said she could see in the dark.
My father was furious. His own mother's dragon. The fastest beast ever known, and she'd have none of him. But bent her neck to Rhaenys.
She was fierce. In love and in anger. She did not always care for me. But
there was a respect there, though.
For what she gave me in the end. I'm grateful.
Facts.
You are very like her in some ways. And with her gone, I must rely on you, I think.
Your Grace.
Would you give this to your grandsire?
That's a nice gesture.
I do not wish to stand alone.
She's gonna need all her people to help her. What the hell?
Daemon, you were always the strong one. The finest swordsman.
Was this his first wife?
The fearless dragon rider.
I feel like it's this witch playing mind tricks on him.
Great love in his heart. But he lacked your constitution. Viserys was unsuited for the crown. But you...
Hey, yo.
You were made to wear it.
Is it that the witch or the bed? He's dreaming again. She was looking a little bit like Khaleesi.
If only you'd been born first. My favorite son.
What the hell?
Is the duck not to your liking, Your Grace?
That's disgusting, bro.
There's also goose, if you prefer it.
I like the goose myself.
I wouldn't eat that shit. That shit don't even look like it's really cooked.
A good time then for a show of strength. I believe Willem Blackwood is bringing House Bracken to heel. We must ready the castle to receive a great host.
You seem sure of this.
All men may be led, Sir Simon. Even rivermen. It is a matter of showing them whom it behooves them to follow. How does the work here progress?
Oh,
barely making any progress, probably.
Drawing water for the kitchens and lighting the forges.
Very well.
That is merely the beginning, of course. The roof alone has needed tending since the reign of Rhaenys, and the storerooms and the wailing tower. The bats have made the corridors almost impassable with the quantity of their...
Bat shit?
Their shit.
That's nasty.
There are smiths and armourers to be found near Nutton and Riverbend.
Well, send for them and levy the farmers from Antlers to High Heart. Task their huntsmen to bring us meat and wood.
How does he have any money to fund all this?
There's, of course, the matter of payment.
I'm just about to say, like...
After the tragedy that befell his father, Larys transferred his family's wealth to King's Landing.
Is there any gold left in your coffers?
Enough to keep this small establishment, you see, fed and warm. Relatively. I rather thought, Your Grace, as emissary to the Queen, that perhaps she could provide the necessary coin, if you could only write to her.
No. Harrenhal is my command. I shall guarantee the payment myself.
Yo, Daemon is so stubborn, bro. Like, I hate that he's doing this. Really wish he would just get on board again.
You should address me as my king.
But you're the prince.
What would you call the husband of the Queen?
Well, the king.
There it is, then.
Consort.
Technically.
It seems unnecessary, don't you think?
King consort.
The armor was Valyrian steel, but His Grace suffered grievous burns over much of his body. He has many broken bones. I fear there are more injuries within. Injuries we cannot see.
Internal bleeding or some shit? He would have been dead already, though.
We are grateful for your works, Grand Maester. Has he woken?
No. I must admit, I'm not sure he will ever wake.
He's in a coma.
I have plied my crafts to their fullest extent. Our king's fate lies with the gods now.
That'd be scary to give them bad news. Like, oh, word, he ain't gonna wake up? You're dead.
A king cannot rule in his sleep. The realm will have noticed his absence. Let them hear of his great deeds at Rook's Rest. But now we must name a regent to take his place. Until he recovers.
Please, not Aemond.
Borders not.
A wise strategy, Your Grace. A regency will assure the people of the stability of the crown. Did you have a candidate in mind, Your Grace?
I myself served in this role for my husband. I am well prepared to do it again.
You played your part admirably in a time of peace, Your Grace, but circumstances have changed.
And here I had forgotten.
The king does not lack for heirs. The obvious choice is his immediate successor, Prince Aemond. Agreed.
Aemond is young. And his lack of restraint has already cost us dearly.
They all want Aemond. Definitely not Cole.
Experience that offers the surest path to security.
Definitely not Cole, bro.
The duties of the realm when her husband's health failed him.
Experience is valuable, yes, but the Dowager Queen is a woman.
I am no stranger to rule or to sitting at this council. Aemond is a fearsome dragon rider. His skill is best employed in the field, but my experience is needed here, at this table.
No offense was meant, Your Grace, but at a time when we must show strength.
Lord Larys.
I agree, Your Grace. It must be Prince Aemond.
Ooh.
What would you say if in response to Rhaenyra's crowning, we raised up a woman of our own?
Facts.
But the hand speaks with the king's voice, Sir Criston. What say you?
Oh man, you're gonna ruffle some feathers if you don't choose her. Gotta go with Aemond.
Aemond is the next in line.
That box is good and all, but you gotta do what's right for the kingdom. He ain't waste no time. About to take his ass in that chair and sit in it. And he pissed at his mom like, damn, ma. Ah.
What is our standing in the river?
The banners of House Tully are in disarray, Your Grace. Prince Daemon.
Of a man who leaves the jewel of the Riverlands to be plucked by our enemy.
She about to explode, bro. What the hell?
Then let the gates be closed. No one is to leave or enter save with our consent. Merchants.
What's wrong with her?
Go to your tasks. We shall meet again at first light. Oh, and someone cut down the fucking rat catchers.
About time, bro. Cole doesn't look like he's comfortable taking orders from Aemond right now because he knows what Aemond did.
There is no food. Our neighbors are stealing from each other. We must get out.
And where would you have us go? North, maybe? South? For all we know, every road leads into the Dragon's Teeth.
Like the one they carted through the streets. You think Rhaenyra will let such an affront go unchallenged?
They worry she might come to King's Landing?
For Templeton. My brother will have room.
You would have me turn beggar.
I wonder what this guy's role is in all of this.
Have you been paid for those machines you were forced to build?
The king has promised payment.
The king has lied. Stay and wait for his empty promises, husband. With them you can feed the mouths of ghosts.
Damn. That was a crazy line. Feed the mouths of ghosts. Aww, look at the dog. See how loyal the dog is even in death? Bodies is rotten.
Presumed you'd be here, seeing faithfully to the Prince Regent's commands.
Aemond is the next in line. It is the order of things.
You know what he is. What he has somehow become.
He's a monster that you created.
Has your loyalty faded, or does it flourish only at night and flee the sunrise like a moth?
What I saw at Rook's Rest.
What? What did you see?
The horrors of war.
Their armor melted.
Ugh.
There were men walking, they were on fire.
We have given the war to the dragons.
The dragon rider should lead us.
And what of justice? Of temperance, or is strength now to be our only god?
She's right.
So you cast me aside?
They're not gonna listen to you now.
Have I not spared you? What we must do now is terrible. Will you preside over it? Is this who you are, Alicent?
I did not ask to be spared. And I did not give you leave to speak my name.
Refer to her as queen. And we know you're terrible. He has no problem doing horrible things, I bet.
Somebody get him! Stay back! No! Hold fast!
Well, that's one way to get the people on your side. This just gives me more reason to want to go off the grid, bro, and not depend on the government for safety.
Jason Lannister is marshalling to the west. We need to check him before he reaches River Run. That requires passage.
And if Stark's army's too slow, the wind's rising, winter's nigh upon us.
Our hesitance does not lie in Rhaenyra as queen, nor in the ruminations of Lord Tully, the oaf. Our fear lies in Vhagar.
You fear a dragon leagues away when mine own sits outside your walls.
Damn.
Do you offer us your protection?
I do.
So he's gonna have to go up against Vhagar eventually?
And Daemon, I'm sure, has consented to this?
He will do as his queen commands.
That does lend us some comfort. Though it occurs to me that dragons cannot be in two places at once.
Or three.
But they want him there the whole time?
What do you want?
Larys Strong has been relieved of his castle. Does the Queen intend to raise up a new lord?
I can't say. Why would they want that castle, though? Oh, it is one of the biggest castles, right? But that shit is, like, run down. It's not worth the upkeep. He can't even make that deal.
My mother will want more than your crossing.
What does her grace desire?
Bent knees.
I see you, boy. You're doing your thing. That's his first major W right there. Proud of you. Damn, man, you might have to hit that just so you can get your mind straight. I don't know. She probably knows how to keep him focused.
I hear strange things from Brackenland, from Stonehenge, and Lambswold, and Moray.
There's news then?
News? No. What I hear in the wind. Cries of anguish. Children being taken from their mothers, men coming home to find their doors unlatched.
Yeah, that's what he did. Kidnapping.
War is a terrible thing.
This is not war. These are crimes against the innocent that any upright man would repudiate.
Surely you haven't mistaken me for an upright man.
Surely not.
They will perhaps think better of their decision if their children's lives are staked on it.
Is that the kind of army you would raise?
That's not gonna inspire
Men
loyalty.
who hate you,
Facts.
who serve you under duress.
Well, once they agree to serve me, I'll treat them fairly. Set an example for the rest of the Riverlands to follow.
And once again, in the name of power, it's the weak and the women who must endure.
That fool Aegon is unlike to survive. The realm will suffer if Aemond One-Eye rules. You should pray you never meet him. He will cut you down soon as wish you good day.
I'd heard the same thing about you. But I'll cross you no further. I'm sure your tactics are, after all, approved by the Queen.
Definitely not.
She cannot succeed, Alice. Even if I willed it to be so, the people who support her will not be led by her. They look to a man for strength. Who's better suited to it, the Hightowers with their scheming, or Viserys' first true heir? When I take King's Landing, Rhaenyra is welcome to join me there and take her place by my side. King and Queen, ruling together.
And if you lose?
Then I'll be dead, and none of this will be my problem.
It's a pity, don't you think, that you never knew your mother?
What's that supposed to mean?
Your Grace.
Because he had the dream earlier about his mom, which was a fucked up dream, but...
I imagine your Hall of Nine filled with lords and kings, all eager to treat with the legendary Lord of the Tides. The wealth you brought back from Yi Ti and a shy, inspiring awe and envy.
Those were the glory days.
I wonder if any of them knew it was all for her.
He did it all for Rhaenys. That boy was in love.
Queen Rhaenyra wishes to name you Hand.
Even the death of my wife does not content her. She not asked enough of my house.
It is a sign of her great esteem.
Or does she think the position will compensate me for my loss?
It's not even like
Pledge
that.
your peace to King's Landing, then. they will accept it most gleefully.
Nice little snappy remark.
Into the west and be lost.
You have done so before, at great cost to yourself and those who loved you.
She's speaking facts right now, too.
Rhaenys was not only your wife, not a thing to be taken from you. She was a Targaryen princess.
She got duties.
Queen who never was, and she flew to Rook's Rest of her own will, in defense of her kin.
And she died.
She died as she would have wished to die.
That's part of war, too.
With honor, in Dragonfire, the way my mother chose.
She gets it. I love
the way
Baela.
I myself wish to meet my end.
Nah, I don't want you to die like that, though. Too young.
I grieve my grandmother who loved me, but I carry her on with me. I will see Rhaenyra ascend the Iron Throne, as Rhaenys wished. As Rhaenys herself should have.
Nice.
You yourself may do as you see fit.
She inspired him. He's gonna do the right thing.
Granddaughter.
Thank you.
I would make you my heir.
It's making me tear up a little bit.
Driftmark must pass to salt and sea.
That was the perfect scene right there. Good news.
Your Grace.
You were correct in saying our best hope of an army is with Daemon. And I have perhaps erred in waiting for him to prove himself. I wish you to go to Harrenhal.
Are you removing me from your council?
Sir Alfred, I will not deny you have tried my patience of late, or that I would prefer a council more inclined to champion their queen, but you and your house served my father well.
Daemon's gonna
And
kill
I know
him.
You will never accept the Hightower claim.
Not while I live, Your Grace.
We cannot challenge King's Landing without the Riverlands, but I will not send a message by Raven for Daemon to disregard. I ask you to reason with him.
Reason with Daemon?
Find out his state of mind.
I don't know.
And his intention.
Not gonna work. Daemon will kill him. Is he gonna betray me?
Whether he means to raise a host for me or for himself.
Yeah, I mean, you know the answer, Rhaenyra. Come on.
He would not dare.
If you know Daemon to lack in daring, go now with haste. I'll send good men to see to your safety.
Have you any message for him?
Come back home.
Tell him I would much like to finish our last conversation.
Your Grace.
I think she should have just flew over there personally, but it's probably too risky. Like, he could act up all by himself, but if Rhaenyra pulled up on him, like, yo, what's up, bro? I don't think this is a dream right here, though. This one might be real.
Your Grace.
What is it, Sir Simon? Is the pudding now served?
The River Lords have come, Your Grace. They wish an audience.
Now? What godless hour is it?
The wolf. They are demanding to speak presently.
Oh, that don't sound good. Coming in the middle of the night, demanding an audience?
Seer must begin here with a lesson in etiquette, failing that in proper fear of your Targaryen master. Is there some reason you feel free to wake a king in his bed? Or shall I now begin your education?
House Bracken have been brought to heel at the hands of Willem Blackwood.
That news is stale.
The sacred septs on Bracken lands were looted and burned.
As were the fields and farms. The livestock was stolen, and our peasants put to the sword.
They pursued the women and the children. There were works of barbarity.
Punishing Bracken for his own treasons is one thing, aye. But these other acts...
The Brackens were given their chance. They would not see reason.
The Blackwoods have exploited the war for the crown to visit atrocities upon
I
their
have
old
seen my fair
rivals.
share of their quarrels, and I tell you there is no honor in a fight such as
Honor?
this.
What of common decency?
These beasts proudly carried the banner of House Targaryen. Red dragon on black.
Now they blame you.
A terrible war is being fought in these lands.
Have you looked after our girls?
Now is not the time to start hallucinating, bro.
We should have expected nothing more from a man who ordered the slaughter of a child in his mother's arms.
Wow.
That is a lie, and I will have the man who told it brought before me.
Oh, your man is half the kingdom, my prince.
Know this, interloper. The Riverlands are an ancient place, watched closely by the eyes of old gods and new. And dragon or no, we shall not raise our banners for a tyrant.
Oh, shit. Wow, Daemon, you just fucked up big time, bro. You've been making nothing but mistakes ever since you got to Harrenhal. So this is Rhaenyra's servant. I wonder what she sent her out to do.
Most people want out these days.
She got to see an old friend? Who's she going to see? The dude that's making the swords? Oh, never mind. You know you're gonna accept that, man. Yo, a lot of these shots have been so amazing. Like the cinematography, I'm loving it. See, like this shot right here? That is fire. I wonder why they so afraid of him leading. Like
Was it worth the price?
Oh, she knows what he did. Yes, it is. Like, I get it. He's a monster, but I think he's more fit to run things than this guy, Aegon. But Aemond's probably like tyrannical. Like, he's probably gonna be on some crazier shit. They gotta put this boy in a Bacta tank, man. Oh, he wants his mommy.
Prince Jacaerys, Your Grace.
Where have you been? She's mad.
Lasagna.
Vhagar's first rider, and the first wielder of Dark Sister.
I hope you do not mean to use her as an example.
Why shouldn't I?
Oh, it was a long time ago.
What is the mood at the twins? Did his lordship quibble?
He bent the knee.
He wishes for the phrase to be granted Harrenhal. At war's end, assuming.
I'm proud of you, Jace. You've done our cause a great service.
Well, I feel like she's gonna say, but.
Then why do you look angry?
Because you could have died, probably. I don't know.
You chafed at being prevented from action. Imagine, my lord, I'm a dragon rider as well, with a war being fought over my ascension. And yet, I must wait here.
Oh, okay. Because she can't be out in the field.
Sending others to fight and be felled in my name. Even you've managed to do your part.
Oh, she feels like she ain't doing her part. Oh, okay.
The tie that binds us. No harm can come to
And
you.
you are my son, and I did not give you leave to go.
You do not give me leave to go to anything. But who else is there? Rhaenys is dead and Baela cannot bear the burden alone.
And when Aemond comes hunting for you, your dragon is young. Will you fly before Vhagar as Luke did?
Should have not used that as an example.
Perhaps Daemon could...
Daemon is not here. And Aemond now rules in King's Landing.
Is Aegon dead?
Dead or alive, we have no answer for Vhagar. Aemond will not wait long to press his advantage.
I mean, y'all got 3 dragons to 1. Y'all could jump them.
I have done all I can from here. sent my messages, invoked my alliances. But if all else fails, it is I who must fight.
You can't go against Vhagar.
Is big, but Syrax is quicker.
No.
So was Meleys. Meleys fought 2 dragons and one of them is slain. Shall I fight for my birthright, or shall I wait here until we are all destroyed?
I mean, I feel like she's gonna have to fight eventually, but not right
I
now.
need dragons.
We have no dearth of dragons. We have 2 large enough to stand against Vhagar. They are called Vermithor and Silverwing. And they sleep just beneath our feet.
Yes, and if only
They need
those
riders,
none
though.
could stand against me.
Who's gonna ride them?
I would go forth in strength and not from necessity.
There is Rhaenyra.
Who nearly lost her life in her last attempt. I would not risk it again.
She gonna have to ride one, bro. And Corlys. Can Corlys ride one?
There are those of our line who never ruled. Those who married into other noble houses. Their children born with other names.
A generation ago or more. The blood would be thin.
And yet,
It's still blood.
The dragon will only accept a dragon lord to ride it. Also say the histories.
Valyrian histories. Written to gild us in glory.
Are you suggesting we put a Mallister on a dragon? A Tarly?
It's better than death and defeat.
He's right. Who the hell are they gonna find though, bro?
There are records here, surely, of our line, and of those who fell out of it.
Oh, they're gonna find somebody?
There could be scores of them.
Y'all better get the looking. That dude that was in the pub the other episode.
It's a mad sword.
It might just work. Well, that was another excellent episode. I want to start by commending all the technical aspects of the show, like from the cinematography, the music, the lighting, the sets that they're using. It's just everything is top-notch quality. The sound effects, like this is like one of the best, most well-produced show that I have ever seen. The attention to detail, like of course the story is great, the acting is great, but just the technical aspects is something that we can't overlook. And I feel like they should win awards for the set design. They got to win some type of awards or Emmy or whatever awards they give to people that work behind the scenes on shows and like filming and editing. They got to win it, bro. Because this is one of the most well-produced show I've ever seen. It's kind of crazy how they gotta find somebody to ride those other 2 dragons, but at this point, she got so many dragons, she just needs people to ride them, and we already know she's down 1 player, so I wonder if that guy that was saying he was related in the other episode, I forgot, was it 2 episodes ago or the last episode? The one that was in the pub talking? Maybe he will be a rider, but how do you just teach somebody to ride a freaking dragon? You know, like especially if they're already grown. Like I'm pretty sure you could learn, but I feel like that's something you would have to learn from a young age. So it's like, who are they gonna get to ride these dragons? And it's like I'm so surprised at how Daemon is doing such a horrible job at trying to raise an army. And I feel like it's because he's doing it for all the wrong reasons. It's like the wrong intentions. If he would have went to Harrenhal in the name of Rhaenyra, like he was supposed to, and do things the right way, I feel like he will be more successful. But the fact that he's trying to be a little sneaky bastard, everything is backfiring on him, deservedly so. So hopefully he's gonna figure it out, and I just want him to come back to the team and stop doing that dumb shit he's doing, bro. But I kind of already knew that Aegon was gonna survive. Like I just felt that it would be too early in the season for them to get rid of Aegon, bro. Especially him being a king. So I wonder what's going to happen with Aemond now. Why are they so hesitant to have him as the king and they fear him as the king? Like, yeah, we know he's a freaking monster, but he hasn't really like done anything so bad like that I can say like, yeah, he's a fucked up person, right? Daemon seems worse than Aemond. Like, let's be real. Aemond just looks like he doesn't take no shit, bro. And he's going to rule with an iron fist, but like, I'm surprised at how hesitant they are to support him as king. But yeah, man, another great episode. I enjoyed it so much. If you enjoyed the reaction, Drop that like, leave a comment, and subscribe. It's your boy Dollars. I'm off this.
For my time goes by, they gon' raise a nigga jersey in the sky. Treat a nigga right, big dreaming on my life. Shorty wanna get some air, I go and get her when I fly. Taking off on these niggas, I retire. The minute I catch fire, I smoked them all before, just revisiting the high.